my name is Miranda Scott, and this is my pitch speech. It could be argued that one of the American economy's most important factors is the taxes by which every citizen must adhere to. Everyone who makes a purchase, owns a home or car, or collects a paycheck pays taxes to our local, state, and federal governments. One of the most important steps for an American citizen is to make sure that he or she is treated fairly when it comes to taxes that they pay. Every working person in our country is required to pay income and various other taxes every year. And every year, everyone has the opportunity to sit down and verify that they have paid their fair share of the annual taxes which the government collects. At least that's what I had always thought. In reality, the reality is, as our economy slips more toward inequality every year and the disparity between the upper and lower classes grows, the bottom end of the income spectrum has a far greater problem with making sure they are paying no more than their fair share of taxes. Tax laws are changing, and when the flames of social anxieties are fanned, these groups of people get left behind. Enter the VITA program. VITA stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance and was introduced to provide tax support for low-income, non-citizen, and temporary workers. It provides a free service to file your annual income taxes so that they can take advantage of tax rebates, tax incentives, and getting back overpaid taxes, all of which tax laws have been promised to provide. Here in King County, the United Way runs the largest VITA program in the area, with the Seattle Central Library being the largest VITA site in the country. Last year, we had over 30 sites all over King County. The program is intended to help low-income individuals or families that make under a certain amount each year. For 2018, that threshold was $66,000. What we typically see are people in the very low-income brackets who average less than $30,000 a year. For the Seattle area, that's extremely low. These types of incomes are extremely sensitive to cash variances, and even a relatively small refund can make a huge difference. Why is the program important? For starters, it's a free service. Most tax prep businesses such as Liberty Tax or H&R Block charge a percentage or a huge fee to do a quite simple return. For low-income people and families, every dollar counts. Without the program, more often than not, low-income people choose to forego filing taxes, which often means not getting the refund that they're entitled to. The VITA program is completely free for those who qualify. Also, since a large portion of those filing are non-citizens, they generally have a language barrier when it comes to dealing with most tax preparers. The VITA program seeks volunteers with multilingual skills to help those in need. I think last year we had over 100 languages spoken by our volunteers. The program provides a safe haven, so to speak, for non-English speaking filers who are already in a nervous, confusing environment dealing with the government. I've been part of the VITA program for 5 years now. Since I learned about the program, I had volunteered to be part of their service. For the first few years, I volunteered as just a tax preparer that processed returns for these underprivileged group of people. Every tax season, I took the necessary prep courses provided by the United Way, volunteered my time, and spent one night a week preparing taxes. They provide free classes to teach their volunteers about tax laws and materials such as this book. This is the 4012, and I actually have it out because it's helping me in my tax class this quarter, and it has everything in it you need to know and exactly how to enter it into the tax software. To study, so for each volunteer, they're provided materials such as that book to have at their side during tax season. After seeing firsthand how much of an impact this program has for the community, I dove in deeper and eventually became a site manager. For the last several years, I've been the manager of the Renton site. Last tax season, we did over 500 returns at just my site and helped the community get over $1 million back in tax refunds. My involvement with the service has been fueled by several aspects. Helping my community is and will always be the main reason. But let's also take a realistic approach. It's a great asset to put on a resume for potential employers in the tax community. Having years of experience with tax prep, customer service, and tax laws under your belt is certainly not going to hurt when it comes to interview time. I honestly didn't know what to expect when I first volunteered. What started out as a desire to help my community has turned into a yearly thing for me. I love seeing returning clients from year to year, as well as meeting new volunteers. I have several volunteers who have been volunteering for years and have become friends over that time. The clients are so appreciative of the service we provide that I've seen literal tears of joy from my clients over the years, and that's one of the reasons why I keep coming back. The truth of the matter is that the VITA program struggles to find qualified tax volunteers every year. No matter how many sign up, there's a large portion of these individuals who sign up and then simply don't show up. Maybe it's because it's not for them, or they simply see it as a volunteer position, so their commitment is also voluntary. But having the necessary number of tax volunteers is essential. That's why everyone should consider signing up. For something that takes only a handful of days for training and a handful of hours per week during the tax season, you can provide an almost immeasurable service to your community. Often we have so many people show up to get their taxes filed, we turn away far more people than we wish, simply because we don't have the staff or enough hours in the day. I believe that anyone who's planning on or is working to enter the accounting industry should absolutely sign up and volunteer for this program. In closing, volunteering for the program is very simple. Just contact your local United Way or visit their website and find out how you can get involved. You will not only help yourself in the long run of a career, but you are helping those who need the help the most. The United Way can only make this program happen if they have the volunteers. It's essential that everyone who can help their own community volunteer for this program. Thank you.